Hello, Tubies. I'm gonna make this quick. I got a billion fucking things to do today, and one of them is not sitting in front of this camera. So, I'm gonna try and get out a couple of videos today, but we're gonna talk about when magic can't help you, and that's like self-confidence issues, and self-esteem issues, and worthiness issues, and all of that jazz. So I've been seeing a lot of posts of people talking about, oh, I think I'm really ugly, and people call me ugly and fat and gross, and nobody loves me, and I've got zits all over my face, and like I'm gonna die alone for the rest of my life. Is there a spell to fix this? Like to make me pretty and gorgeous so that everybody will love me and want something to... No, there isn't. Now, this entire series that I've been doing over the last year or two called When Magic Can't Help You isn't necessarily saying magic cannot at all help you. It's the reliance on spells. It's the people who want a spell to help them do X without wanting to put in the mundane work. So it's not that magic can't help you get over death or help you in medical situations or help you see yourself as more beautiful. That's not what I'm saying, because a lot of people over the last couple of years, as I've been doing this series, have been trying to tell me you're fucking stupid, magic can help you. And I'm gonna tell you that you're fucking stupid because you clearly don't understand the series at all. It's not that magic in itself can't help you, it's that it's not the answer to a lot of these problems. When you're dealing with things like self-confidence and you're dealing with mental health issues and you're dealing with traumatic events and you're dealing, like that, a lot of witches on YouTube like to talk about shadow work. Now, I don't know what the fuck actually defines as shadow work. I mean, maybe it's journaling, maybe it's arts and crafts, maybe it's... I don't fucking know. But everybody and their mother's dog seems to have a definition of shadow work, and it's completely different from the other person and their mother's dog, which is completely different than a book. At the end of the day, it all comes down to mental health, okay? And it's not necessarily that magic can't actually help you. It's that you can't rely on a spell to fix everything because there is no such spell. There is no spell to make you a beauty queen. There is no spell to make you the popular girl. There is no spell to make you the jock. There is no spell that's going to instantly fix your life. And that is what I mean when I say magic can't help you. Can it assist you? It definitely can, but you have to be willing to make those choices in the mundane world in order to put the intentions out there. I've thrown around the most primal example of finding a job. You would never just cast a spell and expect a job to fall in your lap without you putting out resumes, applying for jobs and doing all of that stuff. You can't have one without the other. You can't have your cake. Well, you can have your cake and eat it too. You just have to be willing to make the fucking cake. I was gonna say, you can't have your cake and eat it too. Where the fuck does that even apply? You can't have your cake and eat it too. Fuck that statement. I can have whatever I want, and I can do whatever I want with it. So when it comes to mental health issues, it's not necessarily that magic can't help you. It's that you need to be able to work on your issues as well as supplementing that with maybe some, ritual or set of, or maybe, you know, some spells or whatever the case may be. But if you're just going to go on a Facebook group or a web forum or a Reddit or a YouTube and be like, I'm looking for a spell to make me pretty because I look in the mirror and see myself as fat, ugly, pimply, and gross, and no man will ever love me. So give me a spell that will make me gorgeous. Can't even fucking speak today. I'm going to tell you right now that this might not be the path for you if that's what you're looking for, because there's a lot more to the craft than just spells. Everybody and their mother's dog these days seems to be looking for a spell to do X. And when you try to tell them, well, maybe you should do the mundane as well, or there's not always a magical solution. A lot of the times you read these people's messages and you're like, this could be solved so mundanely. Like, for example, there was a woman who, something about her brother who was really abusive towards her, and she wanted a spell to keep him away, and yet she was going to move 3 states away. What do you need a spell for? You're moving 3 states away. Like, try that first. And if that doesn't work, and he follows you and continues to harass you, well, there's the police. And then if that doesn't work, then get a restraining order. And if that still doesn't work, then we start to employ magic. Because you can see you do all of the mundane steps. So if you're somebody who looks in the mirror and is like, I'm super ugly, maybe you should look in the mirror and start telling yourself that you're beautiful as you are, even though I fucking hate. It's not a mantra. What the hell is it? Oh, I saw it on Facebook this morning. Those power words where you're like, I'm glorious today. I'm beautiful today. Affirmations. I fucking hate affirmations. But, I mean, if it works for you, why not try it, right? So instead of looking for a spell to fix things, why don't you try to fix things mundanely? Just because we're witches doesn't mean we don't shit like human beings, okay? I mean, I don't know about you, but I'm a human being and I need my coffee to fucking survive. And, you know, there's no spell that's gonna, like, instantly make coffee. Like, people take the craft for such granted that they get, as I stated in another video, addicted to magic, where it's like they look for a magical solution fucking everywhere. And what you need to understand is that there's a time and a place for magic. I mean, for fuck's sakes, I haven't needed to do really any magic at all in the last, you know, couple of months. I've done a candle reading and I've done, you know, one money spell, but you see these witches who are always doing magic, always casting spells, always solving their problems in a magical solution, when in reality, you need to back the fuck up, put the goddamn Book of Shadows down, or Grimoire, or whatever the hell you call it. You need to put that shit down, and you need to step away from the altar and take a real-world perspective look at the situation before you involve magic. This is definitely true in the case of mental health issues, in the case of self-confidence, in the case of depression, in the case of, you know, the mental aspects. Because a lot of our magic, in fact, all of our magic, our true intentions, our true magicianal will, magicianal's not even a word, but you get my point, comes from the subconscious. Well, a lot of the mental health issues are from the subconscious overriding the conscious. I mean, you've got anxiety issues, you've got depression, you've got, you know, psychosis, schizophrenia, you've got, you know, self-loathing and all this other stuff. You got to get to the root of what the fuck is causing that. Maybe your mommy told you you were fat, ugly, and pimply for your entire life, and you grew up realizing that, hey, maybe she's right, I am ugly. But in reality, you need to start, you know, loving yourself. And when you start doing that is when maybe you can start going to your god or goddess or whatever the hell it is that you work with and asking for, ways of seeing yourself in a better light, because it's not about what other people see you as, okay? It's about how you see yourself. And if you constantly see yourself as ugly and you're always putting yourself down, other people are going to be like, the fuck is wrong with you? Like, seriously. And they're not going to want anything to do with you because you're a self-loathing, self-deprecating, dark and twisty, depressed human being, and ain't nobody got no fucking time for that. See, I'll tell you a little story. Girl, story time. Reach! I don't know where the preaching's coming from out of that, but whatever. Let's get to the story. So, back when I was a wee little thing before my bones started fucking creaking, I was 16, and I was like the goth, okay? Like, my hair was long and greasy and gross, and I wore these black baggy sweatpants that were like ripped around the feet, and black sweaters, and I just looked like this nastiness. Like, if you saw me, you'd probably want to shoot me to put me out of my misery. I was just a very angry kind of, like, I hate everybody, I hate the world, fuck off, go away, I want you dead type of person. I mean, I'm still like that, but, like, come on, I'm more fabulous now. And I remember that there was this really pretty person in high school, and I really wanted to go out with him, but the fucker already had a boyfriend. But he was, like, that jock kind of person. The really pretty, kept hair. I come from white privilege, rich family with my thin privilege kind of bullshit, And I mean, I was all white privilege too, but I was all angry at the world. I was like Avril Lavigne on steroids. And he wanted nothing to do with me because of the way I dressed and the way I looked. And I'm not saying that this is a healthy decision to make, but I was definitely the type to wear my inner scars on my sleeve. Like, I'm broken, I'm damaged, I'm angry and miserable and blah, blah, blah. So, when he flat out rejected me and was like, you're fugly, like, no one's gonna love you, I decided to do a completely 180 turn and fucking just change everything. I put all of the scars I was wearing on the outside on the inside. And I started dressing better, and I started, having shorter hair, and I, like, going blonde, and, like, getting a tan, and just, like, looking like a regular human being you'd want to be seen in public with. So I wore my scars on the inside and kept them buried and put them in boxes and put them on shelves, and decided that, fuck that. I'm gonna keep my mess deep inside my bones, and I'm going to be pretty, and I'm going to be gorgeous, and, it took a long time for me to transition from this angry little goblin that you wanted to shoot, put out of its misery, into this, like, well-groomed prince at the fucking fair that you want to, like, screw and its mother's dog. It took a long time, but I saw him at the club when I was 18. And he didn't recognize me. And when he finally recognized me, he's like, what the fuck happened to you? And I was like, girl, you opened my eyeballs, okay? I mean, I slept with him because I'm a whore. But I said to him, I was like, you opened my eyeballs, and I became, what I wanted to be. I didn't do it for him. Okay, first of all, don't ever change anything about you for some other person or society. Like, fuck that shit. I did it for me because I didn't want to be this goblin that you want to take out to the woods and decapitate and bury in the woods. I literally looked like a sea hag. I looked like a sea hag. And I did it for me because I didn't like getting rejected by everybody. I didn't like feeling that, all the scars on the outside. I didn't like who I was as a person, and instead of bitching and complaining and being like, nobody's gonna love me ever because I'm ugly, I took the steps necessary to make myself the way I want to look. And now these days, I'm gorgeous, I'm pretty, everybody wants me, blah, blah, blah. Like, I raised my own self-confidence, and I raised my own, like, I don't fucking know. The point is that I changed for me to make myself feel better, and I love it. I do. So, I mean, at that time I wasn't even practicing the craft. Like, there was no magic in my life. I was like 16. And I see this all over Facebook groups and even on YouTube where people are looking for spells to make themselves prettier or to make themselves thinner or to deal with their depression or to deal with their self-loathing and self-hatred. And it's like, there is no such magical solution for that. There is no one spell fits all. Let's learn how not to burp while speaking. There is no one magical solution, one spell that will fix you. You have to fix yourself. You have to fix yourself mundanely first before you start bringing magic in. Okay? Because ain't nobody gonna love you if you don't love yourself. Ain't nobody gonna want anything to do with you if you don't want anything to do with yourself. Ain't nobody gonna appreciate you if you don't appreciate yourself. Preach, girl! Preach to the Lord! But you get my point, right? Like, you can't expect some muscular, gorgeous man to love you if you can't love yourself. You can't be with somebody who's positive and vibrant and happy if you can't be positive, vibrant, and happy. Now, I hate happy people. Like, I'm like, can you tone it the fuck down? Like, if this is the center plane, okay, the happy people are all the way up here, and I'm, like, down here, and I'm like, can you tone it the fuck down? Like, I'm a realist, okay? I ain't no fucking delusional living in a fairy tale fucking world. I'm a mess. I know it. I accept it. And, I accept that there are things that I can't change, but I change the things I can. And, that's, like, my advice. I don't know where the fuck this video was going, but my point is that you can't expect magic to make somebody love you if you can't love yourself. I mean, yeah, you can cast a love spell on somebody and it might work and, they might come towards you, but that relationship's never gonna last. Okay, that relationship is never going to last because if you can't love who you are, if you can't accept the things that you can't change about yourself, maybe you have a thyroid disorder and it causes you to like blow up like a balloon and you can take your medications, but the doctors are like, you're pretty much going to be overweight for the rest of your life. And you try all the dieting and you try all the pills and you try everything. You even get the surgery and you're still like, you're still thinking to yourself, I'm fat and I'm ugly and I'm gross. Well, that's how other people are going to see you. Okay? I mean, if you are thinking these things about yourself and you are looking in the mirror and you're like, oh, look at that fatty. Look how fat I am. Oh my God. Like, that's how other people are going to see you. But if you can love your body and love yourself and do all of the things to take care of your body in a healthy way and, do all of the things that you need to do to get to a healthy point in your life, and you're doing that and you're telling yourself, I might be a little chunky today, but I'm still beautiful. I still got that junk in that motherfucking trunk. Like, people are going to be like, damn, I want to get to know you, girl. I want to get to know you, boy. I want to get to know you. Yeah. And they're going to be all giggity giggity. And you're going to be amazing. But you can't expect a spell to make you amazing. Okay, that's where magic can't help you. It can't help you be amazing. You have to help yourself to be amazing. And that's what I've been trying to get across with this series, is that, because I've been doing this when magic can't help you thing for like the last 2 years. It's not that magic can't help you in these situations, it's that it's not a fucking fix. There's no fucking spell that's going to help you become beautiful to the world and all that. There's no such thing as a fucking glamour spell. I mean, this isn't Charmed. And that's just like, I don't know what you classify as a glamour spell. So maybe slathering on some makeup and being like, I'm beautiful. Maybe that's your glamour spell. I don't know. But like, to look in a mirror and be like, you don't see all of my scars on my face. Woolululu, abracadabra. Like, it's not gonna magically make your scars just like flicker away. This isn't Charmed, okay? You can't change your appearance with magic. This isn't season 7. Or is it 8? 8. It's season 8. That's not, you know what I mean. Like, the shit doesn't work, okay? You gotta work on yourself. You gotta make yourself beautiful. And if you're doing those steps, magic can help supplement. Okay? So anyways, that's what I wanted to talk about, and I hope someone, somewhere, somehow got the fucking message. I have to go do another video. Love, love.